StrictlyBarTalk again, you know what I'm saying? We here, the maestro, the man who did it all, both contests and everything. Tech, you know what I'm saying? Say something, man. Don't get quiet now.
Harlem Steel. Entered both contests in the Bronx and Long Island.
Won them both.
08 and 09. I won them both this year. Me and Hit came in first together, and in the Bronx, I was first place alone. In the pull-up and the dip bar, and the push-up.
I was controversial third.
Definitely controversial.
People don't know that's B-Rock. Everybody knows now. Everybody knows now.
Get familiar.
BK.
Let these people know something about you that they don't know. You know, because you all over YouTube. You know, that's how. I remember when, matter of fact, I'm not going to say that. I remember the first time that I met you, man. And you don't even remember that, do you?
Nah, I don't.
That's bad. We was at the B-Xtreme contest, the first one that they had. And you was real humble. You was one of the dudes who got up on the bar. You wasn't really talking too much to nobody like that. You got up on the bar. You the first person I seen do that thing, man. I don't know what you call it. Yeah. The first person I seen do that.
Thank you. The first person to give me credit for that.
And when I seen him do that right there, I was like, damn, you know, I ain't never seen nothing like that before. And then he went all the way down and came back up. You know, I was impressed by that.
Not too many people giving me credit for that.
I had to give him the credit for that. And then when he got off the bar, I said, that was ill. We kicked it up, we chopped it up a little bit. And after that,
he was bigger than me.
That's probably why.
He was bigger than me.
Okay, I'm gonna let you have that one.
Cut that down.
Okay, I'm gonna let you have that one. Anyway, let these people know something about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, where you already said where you're from. You know what I'm saying? But like, who inspires you in the game and how long you been in the game working out?
I started working out April, May of 2006. I could only do 7 pull-ups when I first started. And from there, I just continued a regimen of 500 pull-ups, 500 push-ups, and 500 dips a day. I started out with 32, next clip be 31, next clip 30, all the way down to 1, 508 every day.
Do the math on that.
Just running continuously.
Second set 31, 30, 29, all the way down.
All the way down to 1.
Do the math on that.
508. From there, I believe I saw someone do a muscle up in the park, and they were like, you should be able to do it, and tried it, was able to do it. Then I just kept working out. I found out about the competitions later. I said, this is where everybody's going to be. It's a competition, so I want to test myself. I want to see if I'm as good as everyone else. Went to the competition, did my thing, went to the next competition. Then I wanted to push myself to see if, okay, am I just a workout dude or am I an athlete? So I tried the triathlon. Did the mile swim in the Hudson River, the 26-mile bike ride up the West Side Highway, and a 6-mile run in Central Park. Once I completed that, I said, I'm official now.
That's something nobody could ever take away. That's credit.
And next year we're going for the Ironman, which is a 2.5-mile swim, a 110-mile bike ride, and a 26-mile run. Once I complete that, I'm going to take the medallion, put it on the stove, burn it on my arm. Nothing you can say to me. Once I show you that, that's it.
Oh man, but you still ain't say, I asked you, that was a 2-part question. The second part was, who inspired you?
Who inspired me? I'm sorry. Zeph. Zeph was the first video I was seeing on YouTube.
Zeph again, it goes Zeph again.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Zeph was the first video.
I wasn't here. You would say that name too.
Zeph knows I give him the credit. That's what made me link up with Zeph, because when I saw Zeph, if you see my control on a bar, that was inspired by Zeph. When I saw how controlled he was on a bar, that made me want to step my control up. To see how easily it is to just hold it, move to the side when you want to. Not move because you're getting tired. Yeah. Just take your time and move your body and position it the way you want when you want. And when I saw Zeph's video, that's what made me step it up. Zeph's video was the first video that I saw, called Brooklyn Pull-Ups. And then I saw Rick's video, which was like a related video on the side panel. And then from there, I just started looking. But I focused more on the Brooklyn pull-up because I wanted to get that control. Even this muscle-ups, I found myself kicking more. And when I saw his death video, he wasn't kicking. I said, I need to step it up like that.
You know what? There's one thing that I want to say about the muscle-ups and the incredible. The muscle-ups, a lot of people think muscle-ups is when you just go, nah, muscle-ups is the one that you use momentum on. And incredible is the one when you just go straight up. And that's what these brothers be doing. Most of the cats with Bar-barians be doing incredible, not muscle-ups. Muscle-ups, like I said, is the one you use momentum with. And incredible is the one that you don't use momentum, just use pure strength. You know? Not to cut you off. Everybody want to know too. How big is Harlem Steel? Like how many members are there in Harlem Steel?
Harlem Steel has 3 members. Right now you only see 2 active members, which is me and my brother Louis here, the engineer. And the reason why, people are like, oh, but you only have a certain amount of members and your clique is small. The reason why I kept it small is because you can't control other people's actions. And you don't know their background. And where we wanted to take Harlem Steel and where we've taken it couldn't have been done with a shady background. So like right now, Harlem Steel is a non-profit organization, which a lot of people don't know. We have our 501c3, and we have been a summer program for the kids. And a lot of people don't know that. But you can't just walk into a school and work with people's kids without that fingerprint, Department of Health background check, and everything. So that's the reason why I kept it small. And you may have a couple of members that may go to a park, and they're wearing your shirt representing what you do. And you don't know what they're doing, from smoking weed to drinking to the mistreatment of their girlfriends, families, etc. And I can't control that, so I didn't want that to be a reflection of what I'm trying to do. And that's why I named Harlem Steel, which stands for strengthening every aspect of life, because it's not just about that pull-up, not just about that push-up, that dip. You want them to take that same energy and drive and apply it to every aspect of their life, to strengthen everything. So the same way they come out here and put that focus in, you want them to put that focus on their books, their family, and everything else in life. So that's where Harlem Steel is at, and that's why it's always been just a small collective group.
Okay. That's real profound right there.
Yeah, but let me also say this. The problem with the whole bar community, and more or less the outside of the community, people see our videos and think that's all we do. So just because we don't put a video up of us eating, doesn't mean we don't eat. I get a lot of, what about your legs? What about this? What about that? Well, just because we don't put videos up doesn't mean we don't do that. I don't show videos of me picking my kids up from school. Doesn't mean I'm not doing that. I don't put a video up of me doing my taxes. Doesn't mean I'm not paying my taxes. You know, so we're not going to give you the whole playbook. We're just going to give you a little bit here and there. So
Motivate you and
that's what it's about.
Harlem Steel definitely motivates you and inspires you.
Biggest regret about the whole game period? What are the things that you don't like? Not personally your regret, but things that you think that should be better for this whole bar community and this whole bar movement.
Things I think should be better. The communication between all the groups or individuals that work out, that should be better. If I hear there's a problem with Doc and the technician myself, I'm not going to let someone put a battery in my back and say, Doc said this about you. I have Doc's phone number, I'll call him. And another thing other than communication is, I played basketball all my life. People know me for playing basketball, playing football. I love to play sports, but I find that in other sports, you can compete without people taking it personal. With this whole game, it's more of a pride thing. If I want to compete and battle someone and pull up, push-ups, dips, or freestyle, it's almost like they take it personal. Like, oh, he thinks he can get at me, or, you know, to hell with him, excuse my language, F him, this, that, and the third. It's like, no. You want to turn this into a sport, we have to compete. But we have to compete on a level where you don't take it personal.
Yeah, that's good.
It's if you want it to become a sport.
That's right. This is actually, we compete regardless. I don't think people realize even when we work out together, in a sense, we're still competing because we have to keep each other sharp. If you see me doing something and I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, you know, you might